So what I'm trying to do is, I don't think I can do this vertically, no, maybe. Let's see. My setup is not the best, but okay. Because if I turn the camera, sorry guys, always my camera, but it's maybe turn the camera. Sorry guys, always my camera. Then if I do that, it's not okay. All right, let me just. Yeah, I'm trying to put everything inside the frame, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. All right. Okay. Welcome again. Trying to do this every single Friday. Yeah, let's start this. Let's do this. It's a simple landscape that I'm gonna be painting today. And today I will be using primary colors, yellow, red and blue. I'm using the Liquitex heavy body acrylics, and then black and white. As I always said, you can do anything, you can paint anything with these colors. It's just a matter of mixing them and knowing which mix of two colors or more makes which color. And then I do have an 8x10 canvas. It's a pre-drawn. I just did the hello, hi, Stephanie. Hello, Stephanie. I'm gonna have to move my iPad so I can see the chat better. And then it's pre-drawn, like I said. I was trying to go live horizontally, but I cannot. I don't know how to do it. And then, okay, so I have the colors, like I said, primary colors, yellow, blue, and red. And then I have black and white. I have paper towels to clean my brushes. I have 3 brushes, one round. I think this is a number 2, maybe. This is a flat one. This is number 14 in fine touch. And then I do have a filbert one. All right. Hi. Hello. Hi. Let me just fix my, like I said, my laptop so I can see you guys' better comments better, because I cannot see them from back here. Okay. All right, bear with me. This is my 3rd time going live. Again, I don't know how to do this horizontally, but for now, we'll do it vertically. You can see my tummy there, maybe. Let me just, let's see. I think, yeah, it's not in the frame anymore. All right. All right, let's do this. Welcome. welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. So, like I said, I'll be painting a simple landscape. I also have a tub with water to wash my brushes, and I have a color palette to put my colors and mix my colors. So whenever I paint, I try to approach it the easiest way I can. And then let me just lower this. Yeah, I'll try to break it down so it's easy to follow. I will start after a live uploading the line work. So if you guys wanna rewatch the live and follow along, you can do it. For this one, I will be mixing colors. Hello everyone. Hi. Happy Friday. All right, let me just move this here. Okay. All right. Still new in this, so bear with me, guys. Okay. So, okay, let's do this because I keep thinking and I'm lost in thought. Let me just put this closer so you guys can see it a little better. And I will put my colors in here. I like these color palettes because you have these spaces to put the colors and then you have everything else to mix the colors you want. And I'll do my red. And my blue. I do like the normal blue. This is like brilliant blue, but I think we can make it work with this one. And white. And black. Okay. Okay. So what do I want with this painting? I want a gradient from here to the mountains. That will be on the background. I do have the foreground. I think these are like bushes. All right, that's my doggy asking for food, even though it's like still what 4:15. No, buddy. Okay, so here we go. So I'm gonna start, like I said, with an orange. I don't think I said that, but I'm gonna start with an orange and a gradient from orange to yellow so I can add the sun. So we are going to mix some orange, which will be yellow and red. Yellow and red to make orange. If it's too yellow, add more red, and if it's too red, obviously add more yellow. Okay. Here we go. Let me just put the brushes. Oh, where are you going? Of course. Okay. Okay. So I have orange. You can always mix more. Oh, a lot of red. That's too red. And still too red, but I think I can make it work with that. Yeah, it's really bright red. I always try to start with the darkest color first, but my brain was like, nope, not today. Okay, so I'm trying to not lose the sketch that is underneath. And then I'll add yellow to that mix. Maybe more yellow. I'll just keep going. There's one here until about here. And then I have my sun here. My sun. Sometimes I use water to blend the paint better, but I'm not using water right now. It's a small canvas, so we should be good with not adding water. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, if you say hi and I haven't said hi back, I'll check the chat from time to time. And I will acknowledge. Hola! Hola, hola. Okay, hola, hola, cola, cola. Okay. Okay. That's that. So my plan was just to sit here and paint this. I haven't planned out how to go about it. So let's see. Let's see. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the leaves first before I do anything else, because I don't want to lose those details. Let's see. So then I will mix a green. Let me just wash my brush and do things right. Okay. So then I will mix, I need to mix a red, a green. So I will use yellow and blue. And let's see how, yeah, because this one is a brilliant blue. It's kind of, it's too light. But let me see if I can come up with a dark green. So then I have this green, yeah, it's a light green. If I add yellow, obviously it'll be a greenish yellow. So then what I need to do to darken it, I will make a brown now. So then complementary colors, they will mix brown. If you mix, oh, I also have orange here. But if you mix blue and orange, they're complementary. Red and green, they're also complementary. And yellow, it's purple. So, all right, let me see which color can I get from mixing this red with this green. It's a dark, okay, there you go. It's getting there. I don't know if you guys can see it, but okay, it's kind of a brownish red. It's more like a raw sienna, like a a raw a burnt sienna. All right. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this brownish color that I mix, and I will paint my leaves. Let's see. Okay. And I'm using the edge of the brush to do that. There's another one here and one here. This painting is for a class that I have tomorrow. It's a free workshop that I have, and before my students and the people that I will join the class have the opportunity of painting it, I wanted to do it myself to see how will be the easiest approach to do that. Whenever I prepare a class, I was talking to a friend today. I hope Linda, are you still here? Maybe. And I was telling her that I like to sit down and kind of do it like a paint study to see the easier way to paint, to teach a class. So I come up with a painting and I just paint it and see and try to understand the approach that the students can use whenever they're painting. And obviously they will have something to be based on. So that will help a lot. All right, I need to mix a tiny bit more of this red and blue. Let me see how dark is this one. Yeah, kind of makes like a grayish. Yep, it's funny because with just your three primary colors, you can make brown, you can make gray, and you can make also black. And it's just matter, yeah, this one is a tiny bit darker, but it's fine. It's just a matter of ratios and proportions. And yeah, it's just color theory. It's just so much fun. All right, and let's see. How's my chat doing? Okay. Hello everyone. If I haven't said hi, I'm saying hi now. Okay. Like I said, I wanted to have my leaves there. Didn't wanna lose them. So kind of just painting them to have them there. can always bring them back. Hello everyone. Yeah, I can always bring them back, but at least I know where they are. So let's see. Let's see how that goes. Let's see. Let's see how that goes. Okay. Okay. Now, whenever I use my brushes, I clean them with a paper towel and then I wash them. Okay. So then, like I said, I wanted a gradient from the orange to the yellow. I have still a little bit of yellow here. Just grab that and it should, yeah, I can still see it, so it'll be fine. Oh, it's here. And then I add water. To blend better. Yeah, I don't know if it's the table or the canvas, but every single canvas that I have here just starts moving. Okay. Yeah. I can grab this yellow and just do another layer. I'm gonna get water and okay, so I covered the sun, it's fine. Okay. So then I'm cleaning my brush, but I'm not gonna wash it because I'm gonna use the yellow that is still here. Maybe a tiny bit more to do a pale yellow. And I will turn my canvas upside down. And then I will go over the mountains. Let's see if and then I blend a little upwards, and I do the same here on this side. Into the sun, and I blend upwards. So I create the gradient there. Okay. Yeah, what happened here was that the paint wasn't completely dry and I went over it with a brush, and that's what happens with acrylics. It just lifts. So yeah, maybe I can just cover that a tiny bit here. Yeah, maybe I can come later with that. Okay, so then I will turn my canvas again. Should be center, I hope. All right, and then I will grab white and I will keep mixing it with the one that I have already there. Maybe a tiny bit of yellow. I need more yellow. Yep. Let's see. Instead of tiny, and I grab a lot, but yeah, I should have put it here and I didn't. Okay, that was my alarm. Okay, so it's been 30 minutes already. Wow. Okay, so then I will grab yellow and I will do the sun. You can do it like free-handed, and if you can, obviously. If not, what I like to do is I like to just, this one is not long enough, but I will show you guys how do I make a circle. I kind of find the center and then I twist my brush, and that's kind of a circle. But then again, I have the outer part that I can do free-handed using the edge of my brush. And then what I do is I'm gonna have to move this a tiny bit towards that side and paints as well. Okay, and then what I do is just, that's water. Okay, and I'll just keep moving the canvas around. But then I have the mountain here, so I will, instead of going all the way, white. Yeah, I wish I have this set up horizontally so you guys can actually see everything I'm doing and whatever I'm mixing on my palette. And that is not round, but this is the good thing about acrylics. You can fix them. All right, so let's see, I made a mistake over there, right? So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, maybe I'll use the same brush and see what happens. I will try to get that color back, like mix this color again. It's more orange. Let's see if this one works. Yep. But I need to mix more because I need, oh, that's too red now. More yellow. And then it gets to a point that whenever you are mixing colors and are, you see colors and that's too red. You learn how to see colors, you learn how to match colors. But it's like everything, with practice, with patience. All right, So then I will try to fix this side. Let me see if that's the same color. Yep. Okay, so then I will, this is moving a lot, so I'm gonna try to do my best to bring the circle back. Oh, maybe more. There you go, that's a little better. No, I went too inward with that. Okay. It's not 100% like too round, but I will leave it like that. So here's what I'm gonna do next. Between the mountains, there's still kind of the same orange that I have in there. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add water to that orange and maybe a tiny bit of yellow. And I'm going to go over, let me see if I can see, yeah, I can still see it. Maybe more water. Okay, so then I will go over the mountains. And I think it's a tiny bit, let's see, let's leave it like that and see what happens. Yeah, maybe more yellow, hold on. Hold on. Okay, so then the idea is just cover, like go into one layer, and the goal is still so that way you can still see what's underneath. But I do need this color all over the canvas. So it will give it the glow. That's a theory. Anyways, let's see if that works. That's the idea, that's the plan, that's the goal. Okay. I will keep going until down here because that will be green. Okay. So then I will create a violet color. I did not wash my brush. I'm using the same orange on my brush, but then I will mix blue and yellow. Excuse me, blue and red to make a purple. Okay. And then I will add it to just the top of the mountain. It looks blue. Maybe more red. Okay. Come here. We can just pull it down so we do a gradient there in until here, right? And I have another one here, maybe, and let me see how this one is coming from here. And this one comes all the way from here. Still looks bluish, but it's okay. So I'm gonna mix more red and blue, and I will cover this one, and 1, 2, and 3. this one. And I set this right. Okay, so then I will drag the paint down. Then I'm gonna clean my brush and I will add a tiny bit of yellow and white. That will give me like a soft gray. Let me see which color I came up with. Okay, let's see. Yeah, as soon as you use white, you will lose your details, but we can bring them back. Okay, and I will do the same here. And here. And I'm not washing my brush. And I'm going to go over. And then I'll do the same with this one here. Okay. Now, for the top ones, I will make, let's see, a brownish red. Let me see how that works. So I'm gonna make an orange. I haven't washed my brush. I barely wash my brush when I'm doing landscapes. And then I will add blue. And let's see which color we have. Which color we made. Reddish. Yeah, a reddish orange. And I'm gonna paint that one. And I will do this one here. And then with the same brush, I will do the same thing. I'm gonna add white. And I'm gonna add water so I can mix it better. And then I'm going to, let me see, down here. And I'm leaving the edge of the purple that I did first. I will leave it there. Okay. And I'll do the same down here. My son is going. My son, no. Okay. Yeah, I'm talking to it. Okay. So the goal of these lives is to do a painting in an hour with the primary colors, so you all see that it's possible. Okay, so then I'm going to try and mix purple again. Let me just do a proper purple. What is a proper purple? A color that actually looks like purple. Is that what it is? Maybe. Okay. And then I will go and paint this one, the last two. Maybe it doesn't look as purple just because I have yellow. And then whenever you interpose two complementary colors, it will look brown. So in here, like in the palette, it looks right. It looks purple, but then on the canvas, it does not. It doesn't look like purple, but okay. And now I clean my brush again, and without washing my brush, I will add white. With water, so I can blend the top with the white that I'm adding. Okay. And we do the other side. It's almost 5. He's complaining because he's hungry since 3 o'clock. I'm almost done, so. I know. I'm adding water, so I can blend the colors better. But that's a lot of water, so I'm gonna just clean my brush and then I will blend. Okay, great. Now I will mix my green. Let me just grab blue and yellow and red. So I want to do a tiny bit of black. I want to do a dark green, like, let's see if I can just pull it off with this blue. Yeah, it's a bright green. It's not. Let me just grab more. Black. Working with black is tricky. You cannot need to know what you're doing, but I think this green will work. Okay, and I think I missed. No, I didn't. Okay, so then I will just add the green here. Oops, of course. Yep. And green. And then I will add a, let me see if that purple works. Let me see if I can just make it darker. I'll just add a tiny bit of the purple that I had and a tiny bit of black. Okay, that will go here and this one goes in here. But then I have they look like bushes instead of mountains, so I'm gonna just okay. And now I will, without washing my brush, I will add the white to this with a tiny bit of water. Maybe I will clean it because that's a lot of water. And then I'm going to blend okay. Now, like I said, I'm almost done. I need to bring back the leaves. And I will do it with my filbert. And I'm going to use the same green that I mix. I just need to mix a tiny bit more in water. Okay. And then I will go on top of the leaves with these green that I just made. Then I have another one here. then I had another one. 1, 2, 3. Oh, here. Can barely see that one, but that one's there. I have another one here. You can barely tell the difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the other side. Then for this one's up front, I will add more black to that green. And then I will bring them back. There's one here. And I have another one here. And another one here. And one here. And I'm gonna have to come up with one because, oh, maybe here? Yeah. And he's up. All right, and then I will do a small one here. Okay. And now we'll get my round brush. And I just wet my canvas with the water. And I will just dip it in the water and finish. Yeah, my bolt is not the best today, so. And then same here. No, it's a little better. And water. Maybe I can add some leaves with this same brush I'm using. There's one here. Okay. So, challenge accepted. I will mix white and yellow. More yellow than white, maybe. Let's see how. Okay. And I will just have a line here and it's bothering me. And then I don't have any more red. I don't think you guys can see that because it's barely there. Excuse me, but it's there. And then last, I will just go around with my filbert brush. And I will add okay. So that is it. My small painting in an hour. Challenge accepted. Yeah, you all can see and do this as well. I will upload the line work so it's easier for you if you want to follow along. You can totally do it. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching and see you next week.